Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Let me get this paper out of the way. I don't need no notes. How you guys doing today? Welcome back to the Dolce Diet YouTube channel. We're going through a little bit of a branding conversation here. We think it's time to break these channels off into more segmented funnels to help you better view the content that you most want to see. But don't worry, because today I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know. As we move on to part 4 of our fat burning series, as promised, I'm going to discuss with you my fat burning stack. And it's not just my fat burning stack. This is the fat burning stack found to be by far most effective for those who are not trying to kill themselves. Okay, because there's some other things, and maybe I'll mention those towards the end of this video. This is not medical advice, by the way, but there are other compounds that many people take that work rather well for burning fat, but they might kill you. I mean, they might kill you. They might kill you. They might blow your balls off your body. I mean, figuratively speaking, maybe actually might really do that. But we're not going to talk about that stuff. We're going to talk more about highly effective compounds that the average person can tolerate and can take and dramatically change their body composition. As you know, as a brief update, I am in the middle of a massive recomposition program where I'm trying to gain as much lean, healthy muscle tissue as possible while losing as much non functional body fat as possible and improving all parameters of health and athletic performance. Therefore, I'm not risking or willing to take any risks with my health in order to achieve this goal. And this goal for me is much more of a health goal than it is for a performance goal. I've been able to perform at relatively high levels at different points throughout my life. And I do not care so much about that. I care mostly about the recomposition. For me, this started during the pandemic when I needed something new to focus on. As my travel schedule had changed, I had 4 months worth of seminars in Europe, in Australia, in Asia, and here in North America. South America also. I had a great tour set up, and unfortunately, that was changed due to the pandemic. And I needed a new goal, just like you need a new goal. So, everyone, right now, I do suggest you listen to me speak. And as I'm speaking, you think about what your goal should be. And I want you to have a 3-month goal in mind. And that 3-month goal should be the most fit, healthy, sexy version of yourself. Because let's face it, nobody ever complained about being too sexy. So, your friendly neighborhood Uncle Mike will actually help you learn how to best train and live and eat and sleep and do all these things to unlock that inner sexy beast that we all know is you. Now, I'm going to get right to it here in this and discuss my favorite, my favorite compounds that are the most effective, that won't kill you. Again, this is not medical advice. I'm not telling you what to do. In fact, this is simply for entertainment purposes only. And you probably don't want to do what I say because you will likely then be too lean, too shredded, too ripped, too muscular, too strong, too good looking, too sexy. Then you'll probably be put in many compromising positions with everyone wanting to have consensual relations with you. I mean, that will be a problem. Trust me, that is a problem after a while. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're just so sexy. Can I just look at you or do other things?" So you probably don't want that to happen to you. So you probably shouldn't listen to anything I say because everything I talk about works. It abso-freaking-lutely works, and it works better than all the other crap that's being peddled out there. So, you probably don't want to do this stuff that I say because the rewards and the results are fucking incredible. Incredible. Now, we're going to start in the most basic, and then we're going to get a little more complex. And I see all your questions in there. Please leave your questions. Leave your questions. Throw your questions into that chat, my friends. And I will do my best to answer each and every one. But I'm going to run through this content because there's not a lot of supplements in this stack. you watched part 1 of the video, you watch part 2 of the video, you watch part 3 of the video, and actually, let me go back and say, part 1 is the video of the video is my fat loss cardio routine. Make sure you watch part 1 of this video, my fat loss cardio routine. Part 2 of this video is the actual resistance training necessary to recomposition your body to get that lean, hard, sculpted, healthy, sexy look. Part 3 is the actual meal plan I suggest those who are trying to get super crazy, ripped, healthy, strong, and sexy should follow. So part 1 is cardio. Part 2 is resistance training. Part 3 is the meal plan. Part 4 now here with you is the actual supplementation program. The first supplement to consider is barely a supplement at all, and in fact, it's more aligned with a whole food source, and that is a cold process, cross-flow, microfiltered, grass-fed whey protein isolate. I suggest you write that down so you remember. Cold processed, cross-flow, microfiltered, grass-fed whey protein isolate. That's the one, that's the way, that's the only protein supplement I suggest. Why, Dolce, do you mention this? A cold process, cross-flow, microfiltered whey protein isolate is much more of a whole food source than nearly every other supplement out there. I would put this in the same category as a cottage cheese, as a Greek yogurt, as a fresh mozzarella. So that would be very similar. And I do look at this more as a whole food source than a supplement, but we're going to call it a supplement for the purpose of this conversation. Now, why would we consume a cold process, cross-flow, microfiltered, grass-fed whey protein isolate when I speak all the time the importance of eating healthful whole foods? Number one, this is a very close relative to whole food. In fact, this cold press cross flow microfilter grass fed whey protein isolate is actually all the best parts of dairy without all of the bad parts, the lactose. Right, that is the triple bound nasty sugar that we get from dairy that destroys our guts and makes us feel sick and sends us to the restroom and ruins date night. Right, that's the bad stuff. As an aside here, do not take your gal for ice cream on date night because she might not be as comfortable later on for undiscussed reasons. Just as an aside here, but anyway. What we do is we look to this again, cold process, cross flow, microfiltered, grass fed whey protein isolate to maximize amino acid ingestion at the lowest possible total caloric intake without all the negative effects that we would get through traditional dairy while retaining the vital cofactors that are necessary for ample digestion and absorption that we actually get as a result of the cold processing as compared to a high heat processing that actually denatures the protein and destroys many of the vital cofactors that are necessary. So that's why this cold process, cross-flow, microfiltered, grass-fed whey isolate is vastly superior to just any other protein. A protein is not a protein no matter what the packaging says. It is the processing that matters most. So we're looking to have that, and probably you're looking to have anywhere between 10 to 40 grams, 1 to 2 twice per day, depending on you and your goals. Me personally, I take about 20 grams twice per day. At this stage, I'll probably bump that up to maybe 30 grams twice per day, or maybe 20 grams 3 times per day as my day fits in. I mix that directly with water. I don't often suggest mixing your whey protein and turning it into some fancy drink and worrying about all the carbohydrates and all that stuff that some people get too mixed up in. Just drink your whey. And here's the best way to do it for me. Number one, immediately post lists. Post cardio first thing in the morning, go back and watch video number 1. It's very important you understand the type of cardio to do at the exact time per day and what you should or should not eat beforehand. That's important. Watch part 1 of this to understand cardio. And all these videos, guys and gals, you only have to watch like the first 10 to 15 minutes to get all the content that I'm giving. And I go through and answer people's questions. The legend Dave B often comes in and builds the timestamps for us. So everyone, when you see the timestamps, make sure you give Dave B a good thumbs up and a thank you. So first time is immediately after that list. Bang, I get those amino acids in the system. I take a shower. I make my breakfast. Within 30 minutes, I'm eating my breakfast. Bang, that's good. I get those aminos in. Awesome. The next best time to take the cold process cross flow microfiltered grass fed whey protein isolate is intra workout. Usually halfway to 2/3 through my resistance training is when I start to put the amino acids back into my system. Bang, that's done. The number two, and this is, I would rate these actually in importance. So number one, I'd say the whey isolate is the most important for this because it has a substantial muscle sparing benefit and effect, especially as we are looking to gravitate towards lower total caloric intake. Number two is a creatine monohydrate. Creatine monohydrate is a fabulous fabulous performance product that has amazing recent cognitive benefits that many of my peers in the academic world, the scientific world, they're really focusing on the cognitive enhancing effects of creatine monohydrate. That, in my opinion, is reason enough to take it. Now, any one of you who's taken creatine, or any one of us who was actually around in the 90s when Bill Phillips came out with EAS and his creatine monohydrate program, revolutionized the industry, made Bill hundreds of millions of dollars, and just went on to just literally build an empire off of that little white and purple bottle. But the creatine monohydrate, I suggest, for me personally, 5 grams per day, no load. I just take 5 grams per day and I go through my day, usually mixed in water, and I'll drink it after breakfast. Typically, maybe I'll mix it in with that protein shake during my workout if I forget to do so. But usually, first thing in the morning seems to work best for me, for my stomach with breakfast. Find what works for you, but it's really just 5 grams per day, once a day. That's really all you need. You don't have to worry about the crazy loading. Now, creatine does a few really cool things. Number one, it supplies additional energy to the working muscle. That will likely allow you to get anywhere between 3 to 20% improvement in your training once you've fully loaded, or once your body has fully accepted the creatine you're taking, anywhere between 1 to 3 weeks on average, based upon the individual. So within a month or so of taking creatine monohydrate, you are going to see a pretty dramatic strength increase in the gym. That strength increase then allows you to build more lean muscle tissue. Creatine in and of itself doesn't build muscle, right? It's not an anabolic agent. It's not a steroid. It's simply an energy substrate. And that energy allows you to train harder, to train longer, which initiates a greater breakdown of muscle fiber, and the replication of new fiber being built in its place. Essentially, there, it goes a lot deeper than that, but that's probably all you really need to know. Unless you want to go a little deeper, then you can certainly do that. My buddy Tony Ricci does great work on creatine. Dr. Corey Peacock, great work on creatine. I think even Dr. Andy Galpin also. So they actually do more technical chemical biochem style breakdowns. Basically, what you need to know, creatine gives you more energy, allowing you to train with heavier weights for more reps for a longer period of time, thereby building new healthy lean muscle tissue. Now you're adding the additional amino acids from the cold processed cross-flow microfiltered whey protein isolate, and now these available amino acids are able to help build these new healthy muscle fibers that the creatine is initiating, engaging, or stimulating through the result of your greater work. All this makes sense, right? You got this. So we have the cold processed cross flow microfiltered grass fed whey protein isolate, creatine monohydrate, and quickly, monohydrate's all we need. All the other fancy pants types of creatine is garbage. It's bunk. It's been debunked. It's super expensive. Creatine monohydrate, the old school. That's all you need. I mix mine typically in warm water. Extra mix it in warm water so it breaks down. You shouldn't see any residue. The water can be cloudy, but you shouldn't see like a clump of sand that could jack up your stomach. And again, date night is blown, if you know what I'm saying. The next most important would be caffeine. Simple caffeine. Caffeine is so powerful. Caffeine has such a powerful performance enhancing effect. Caffeine is actually banned in most organized sports, including the Olympics, including the UFC, including the NCAAs. Caffeine is that powerful. Now, there's a certain, parts per million, parts per billion. There's a certain ratio of how many milligrams essentially you can ingest in the competition window. So you can have a little cup of coffee typically, but maybe not you. Depends on your physiology, right? Typically, a cup or two of coffee won't throw you out. 4 cups of coffee probably will. And some athletes, I know some athletes who have actually lost major competition because of caffeine spiking, right? It's, crazy. I think it's BS when stem cell treatment's perfectly legal and such and PRP, but that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe I'll do a video. I'll probably do a podcast on that down the road. So we have, you've heard me say the cold process stuff. I'm just going to say whey isolate, creatine monohydrate, and caffeine. Best sources of caffeine for me is simply espresso, a double espresso, like a 1 ounce double espresso, extra rich. Ooh, double up on that caffeine with as little as water as possible. I damn near want to chew on my espresso. That's just me. I'm more of a connoisseur, if you will, but that's most of the espresso today is too watered down. It's like an Americano. But anyway, some people pop the pills. They'll pop like a caffeine pill or whatnot, and that's okay. I'm not super mad at that. But most of the caffeine pills have a lot of coloring and additives and even flavoring. And all of that is synthetic toxic chemicals I would not ingest for the purpose of exercise and fitness and health attainment, right? So then we're really just looking towards, again, going back to traditional coffee or espresso. I like espresso over coffee because espresso has much more caffeine per fluid volume. And that's what it is. I'm not trying to sip a cup of coffee to get, 80 grams of caffeine when I can get 120 grams of caffeine in 1 to 2 ounces of fluid volume. Makes it a hell of a lot easier that way. And I will literally rinse my mouth. I'll sip the caffeine. I'll hold it in my mouth. I will savor it. I'll look for a little bit of subdermal transport, sublingual transport into those capillaries under my tongue before I actually swallow it. And I believe that works extremely well. Good science supports that. Say what you will, but that's what I do. I mean, come on, look at that photo. Look at all my recent photos, and I'm not going to strip down here right now. Number one, this studio lighting makes me look like I lose 40 pounds before. Like, you should see me like in the middle of the gym in that bro lighting. I look like I could literally win the Mr. Olympia contest. I come over here and I look like I wouldn't even make the JV girls cheerleading squad because I simply don't have enough muscle for it. But anyway, I digress. But everyone who's been following my Instagram page, my story, you guys have seen a pretty phenomenal transformation over time. And here's something that I really want you to understand as another quick aside here is that this takes time. For best results, you want to give yourself a long lead. That's why I'm saying give yourself 3 months. Yes, you can follow 3 weeks to shredded. I suggest you jump in and follow 3 weeks to shredded. In fact, if you go to thedolcediet.com and you join our 4-week, 3 weeks to shredded program, I will give you a 20% discount with the burn fat, one word, burn fat promo code to begin 3 weeks to shredded, where you can lose 21 pounds in 21 days. That's a great jump start, but don't stop there. And I'm going to get more into this in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video, I actually speak about the mindset. I did a podcast on that today, which I may or may not release because I accidentally said some things about future products that we have coming out. And I realized that I'm jumping the gun and we don't have the websites or the URLs built in just yet. But anyway, you can certainly lose a shit ton of weight in a week, in a month. Holy shit. Crazy. In 2 months, in 8 weeks, in 12 weeks. My friends, this becomes a true lifestyle change. And with that, everything changes. And if I just started my diet back in, and I'm going to finish the supplement stuff here in a second. When I started my diet, April, January, March, April, when I started this program, I could have went April, kind of most of April, most of May. And in June, I was summer ready. I was great. I was all over the beach, shirt off, no care, no problem. Like, felt great, looked great, super fit and athletic. But then come June, holy shit. like level up come July. Oh my God. Come July, people kept asking me how much weight I had gained. It's like I lost 2 pounds. Come August, what I was doing in the gym, the weights that I was handling in the gym come August were fucking phenomenal. September, I went to Las Vegas for the UFC. I might have been in better shape. No disrespect to the athletes, but I was in elite shape at the UFC. And I don't know that anyone there was in better physical shape than I was. I don't believe anyone was. And then I continued into October and now in November, and I will keep going through with this exact plan. So start, get in, get going, and then continue. But that's going to be tomorrow's video. So let's get back to here. Let me tie this up because I see I got a bunch of questions here. Zach C with the $5 super chat donation. Zach C, I'll jump into your question first, my man. So I appreciate those donations. It's very cool of you guys to do so. And Zach C, thank you, my friend. So we got the whey protein isolate, we got the creatine monohydrate. Now we have the caffeine, and then we're going to tie this together with the EGCG, the epigallocatechin gallate, the EGCG, which is found in green tea. Now I did a video on this maybe 3 weeks ago called the EGCG plus GTC. What does this mean? And I'm going to break it down again for you. The EGCG, the epigallocatechin gallate, is a polyphenol. It is a compound found in green tea that has amazing health benefits. It also has incredible fat loss benefits. What scientists found, and I cover that in my other video, so go back and watch it. I think Zac Efron's on the thumbnail. What scientists found, when you include the epigallocatechin gallate, the EGCG, with caffeine, that becomes the GTC, the green tea plus caffeine, if you will. That combination has nearly a 3-time multiplier on our ability to lose fat as compared to just caffeine or just green tea by itself. So the 1 + 1 does not equal 2. The 1 + 1 actually equals 3 in this scenario. Now, my friends, these are all legal, healthy products. Everything I said here, if we really break down the things that I'm discussing here, this is, I don't want to say safe per se, right? We have to assume everything's unsafe, but depending upon the individual. And I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm simply telling you what works better than anything else. So if we are consuming what I consider to be a nearly whole food product, such as a cold processed, cross-flow, microfiltered, grass-fed whey protein isolate, in conjunction with a creatine monohydrate. Creatine is actually found in beef products, right? It's just simply extracted in its most pure form, right? So this, I mean, when we speak about these synthetic toxic chemicals, everything I'm speaking about here from the supplement sector of the Dolce diet, none of these are actually supplements in my category, or what I would categorize as supplements. But for the sake of making it easy to understand, when you click through the thumbnail, you understand this. So we have that whey isolate, we have the creatine monohydrate, which is simply extracted from beef. Then we have caffeine, which is simply drinking coffee or espresso, black tea and even in that green tea, because there is caffeine in green tea. Then we have the EGCG, the epigallocatechin gallate, polyphenol from the green tea, which creates this amazing thermogenic, holistic bubble that magnifies. Part 1 of this video is the cardio. Part 2 of this video is the resistance training. Part 3 of this video is the meal plan. Now part 4, the supplement. Now, with the supplements, briefly, in part one of the video, I speak about the ingestion of caffeine prior to the fasted lists, right? And there's very important reasons for that. Go watch video number 1 and you'll understand that. Then we move on to the green tea. We're looking to consume 3 cups of green tea per day. Ideally, that works extremely well. 3 cups of green tea per day has a dramatic positive impact. 4 cups, it's about the same. 2 cups, it's considerably less. 1 cup is great. 2 cups is better. 3 cups seems to be ideal. Now, there's good science that supports this, but also much of this is also anecdotal from my firsthand experience. Number one, on myself, the first lab rat, and then on the thousands, if not tens of thousands of humans I have the ability to communicate with directly. I do my one-on-one consultations every single day. I conduct one-on-one consultations with you guys, with regular, awesome, amazing, successful, or on their way to being successful people. You can go to DOLCEDietShop.com, click the link below once this video posts, and you can actually set up a one-on-one consultation with me if you wanted to do so. They're fucking awesome. I love it. It's my favorite part of my day by far anymore. Favorite part of my day. Now, as I understand and as I see, and as I said in the beginning of this video, there's other really fucking dangerous products out there like clenbuterol. You hear a lot of guys and gals taking clenbuterol. Super, super, super powerful beta agonist. Can blow up your fucking heart. There's something called albuterol. Albuterol is in the same beta agonist family as clenbuterol. Some say it's not as dangerous. It's still really fucking dangerous. It's in inhalers. So a lot of asthmatics. You ever look at track athletes? Here's a little, being a coach for as long as I have. You ever look at track athletes? Watch track athletes. A lot of these, big lung athletes, as I like to call them, watch how many of these high level, world-class collegiate, world-class Olympic level track athletes, excuse me, have asthma. They're always hitting their inhalers. Why is that? Because these inhalers are albuterol inhalers, and they can actually get a therapeutic use exemption for certain lung conditions, asthma, bronchial disorders. Very easy to get one of those scripts. So they can actually get a script, get a therapeutic use exemption for this ergogenic aid. And you can actually see them on the sidelines hitting this. What are the odds that these genetic elite, state champion, national champion, Olympic champions all have asthma, right? No. Uncle Mike would say, and dare I say, I actually know for sure that they don't. Many don't. Maybe 1 or 2 does. But regardless, there's something that is known as DNP. This is how fucking crazy people are about losing fat. It's terrible. And don't ever consider this. DNP is literally made from explosives. And it essentially cooks your body from the inside. It heats your body up so hot, the fat cells start to pour out. Right? Your thermic rate runs so fucking high, individuals will literally just nonstop sweat, can't sleep, and die. Many individuals have died from DNP overdose, and the problem with DNP is nobody knows what your personal overdose will be. So literally every pill you take could kill you, and many people actually do die from this. So I only say this to dissuade you from ever considering any of these dangerous. And what sucks is, especially because of YouTube, a lot of my peers on here in the YouTube fitness industry, they make this stuff sound sexy. They make it sound cool. They talk about their doses and they minimize the possible long-term negative health effects that might not be experienced by everyone, might not be experienced by the majority, but will most definitely be experienced by the individual physiological outlier that is likely watching me talk right now. What number is that? Is it 1 out of 10? Is it 1 out of 100? Is it 1 out of 1,000? I don't know. You likely have a higher risk of injury from those compounds than you do from whatever flu strain might be floating around right now. So I say this, guys and gals, just to make sure you do not risk your health for a set of abs. Give yourself just a few extra weeks and you'll get it. Honestly, do not risk your health. Like, this is my channel will take longer to grow because I speak the way that I do. And you know that. And those of you who are here right now, those of you who tune in, who listen, who pay attention, and who have actually tried the stuff that I speak about and tested my principles, you understand exactly what I'm saying. Now, a lot of other individuals that they really do, I think, spread very dangerous information, bad information out there. And that bothers me, and I don't want to see that happen to anyone, that any of you, especially when I know for a fact what I'm telling you. Watch part 1 of the video, watch part 2, watch part 3. Take some time today and tomorrow. Watch one of these videos over the next few days. You only have to watch like the first 10 or 20 minutes of each video. This one I'm a little longer now because I'm doing a little bit more of explaining. Watch the beginning of the videos, listen to the things I'm saying, and then consider whether or not this makes sense. Do not just jump into that dangerous pharmaceutical world. You don't need it. You don't need it unless you are legitimately not just stepping on an NPC IFBB stage, but if you're stepping on the stage and you actually have those premium genetics that you think you can actually make money doing it, don't ever do that stuff. Anyway, now I'm being your fucking annoying dad now, I think. So Zach C with the $5 super chat donation says, registered for a one-on-one yesterday, so I can get my life dialed in. About to hit a 6-mile run, then watch Trump blitz Sleepy Joe and Kamala. Ha! Zach C, brother, I'm super excited, my man, to actually finally get a chance to chat one-on-one. And I'm expecting many punchlines. I'm expecting many good jokes. I am expecting you to be fully clothed in our one-on-one consultation. I'm expecting you to be fully clothed, please. I'm just kidding. Zach, everyone who follows the channel knows Zach's been a big part of the channel for a while. I appreciate you being here. And brother, I'm excited. Like Zach is saying here, those one-on-one consultations, ladies and gentlemen, go to DolceDietShop.com. I dropped my rates over 70% when the pandemic hit, and I've maintained that low rate now, although all of our prices have gone back up to regular retail, as every other business has. I kept my personal rates down, what I believe is extremely low based upon my normal retail rate, to make sure I can speak with as many of you as ever want to speak with me. And I can't say enough about how awesome those one-on-ones are. So DolceDietShop.com if you want to get down. Sam C is off to bed. Nice treat to listen for tomorrow morning. Looking forward to our call Monday. Sam C, brother, I am excited. Sam C, another one-on-one consultation coming in. I'm excited, my man. Can't wait, Sam. Good night. EPAD, I'm not going to say what you said or what that your name is, although you're awesome. I just can't say it. Trump 2020, Biden 1020 for selling America to China. 10 to 20 years. I get what you're saying. Boom. It is election day, ladies and gentlemen. So feel free to respectfully post your little election jokes here. We're not going to be partisan. We're not going to get mad at anybody. We're all here for health and fitness. So I'm not mad. Just everybody be cool with each other. I had to block people on my Instagram last night because I put out like what I thought was satire, a funny tweet, being like, everyone's all worried about the election. And I'm just like, would you guys shut the fuck up? I'm focused on McGregor fighting Poirier next year. Like, come on, priorities here. Something like a tweet or a post like that. And, the vast majority of people like laughed and, and enjoyed it and, spoke about the fight, because that fight is fire, man. That could probably be fight of the year. I think those two guys, their styles, they've already been in there with each other before, right? They've already trained for each other, and there's an extra layer to that. But anyway, I got all these political fucking hacks coming in on both sides, just being a-holes. And to me, like, I got like Biden people calling me like a sellout to America. I got Trump people calling me a sellout to America. Both of them screaming at me because this is the most important election in the history of the world ever. I'm like, I'm just having some fun talking about the fights, guys. Like, what are you talking about? And some people are really like big D bags. And I just like blocked them or shadow banned or blocked them, whatever that is. You can actually like delete them and wipe them off without blocking them forever. I don't like to block people so much from my channels because I think if they're exposed to us, me and you guys, if they're exposed to us long enough, they'll actually realize they're taking their stuff too seriously and they'll want to be a part of it, right? Because look how cool we are. We all get to come in here, we get to hang out and talk the same, talk about some cool stuff, fun stuff. Sean says, is Soul Patch a side effect of this stack? It is, actually. It is. I gotta groom the soul patch. I don't know what I'm doing these days. I do need a little bit of a cleanup and a shave. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next time. Just Brandy was like, would you shave the fucking beard already, dude? She didn't say dude, she doesn't speak like that. But would you shave the beard? So I was like, let me change it up a little bit. I've gone through a few different you guys know, all the guys out there, gals, you change your hair, all the different ways every so often. Guys, you do the same thing. You go and you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to grow out the fucking whatever stash and, or the beard or the thing. And you do it for a few days or a few weeks and you realize like, that's not me. And you go back to like your traditionals. I'll probably go back to my traditional soon enough. We'll see what happens. Juit says, sup coach, I haven't been able to see a live session in a long time. Thank you for all that you do. I need to do another 3 weeks to shred it soon. Get started. If you guys haven't, go to the dolcediet.com right now. Use that 20% discount, burn fat right now and get locked in. Those prices are all about to shoot up because we're about to launch the new update. Anyone who's a current member of the site will not get a price increase. You are grandfathered in. But if you are not a member of the site and you sign up after the new site is launched, well, it's going to be just a little bit more money. It's going to be way worth it, though. You'll be like, Dolce, please, I will pay you 10 times what I've already paid. I feel so bad. I feel so bad using this product without paying you more because I feel so amazing. That's probably what you would say. Eat clean and that EP, that's what I'm talking about when I spoke about that clenbuterol. That stuff is dirty. Juit says Mike is on fire today. I think you're talking about my jokes. Thank you. Coach Mike, what's up, my man? Listen up. 100% truth. Bombs being dropped right here. That is the truth, Coach Mike. I appreciate you, my brother. Jesse Leos, coach, just scheduled our consultation for this week. Continually moving my family's life forward in a great direction thanks to the Dolce Diet. Jesse Lee, brother, I am so excited, so pumped. I've seen all the testimonials of your new clients. Jesse Lee is also one of our new Dolce Diet certified coaches and is crushing it. Crushing the business, just crushing people's results like completely. Just like you want to talk about leveled up. Jesse Lee, I'm super proud of you. Hardworking family man, like pro fighter, like all these things, and then just crushing his fitness business. Sonia, what's up, Sonia? Amazing hints, tips for healthy living. F you, Dolce. Thanks, Sonia. There are only two truths, Coach Mike says, Jesus Christ and the Dolce Diet. Well, I will take that, being a fine young Christian boy myself. Documentaries Inc. says, does creatine destroy the kidneys? None of the data I see says that. I would certainly speak with your doctor and make sure it's right for you, but I see no credible data to support that statement. I've heard it before many times. I see no credible data to support that. Jesse says creatine powder or pills, doesn't matter what time of day we consume. Doesn't really matter. I do prefer the powder over the pills because the pills, what is the pills? The coating of the pills, the less I can ingest, the better. Also, guys and gals, bang, bang. Give this video a thumbs up if you are here. I appreciate you. I simply ask that if you're this deep into the video, you just give me a thumbs up. It lets those YouTube overlords know that you're engaged with this channel, and hopefully they will eventually start to recommend it to great people just like you. And that's the only way this channel grows, is you guys engaging. So I appreciate it. I always feel a little weird asking it, but I know you guys are super amazing, and those who do, I appreciate you. So thank you. Godaya says, hey, Mike, entering the program just now. So this question might be off topic. Do you think the 0.75 grams of protein per pound of body weight can harm the kidneys? No, I do not. I see zero credible data for the average healthy active adult that level would. And the American Nutrition and Dietetics Association does support that. The American Academy of Sports Medicine, I believe, does suggest as much as 2 grams of protein per kilo of total body weight. So we're actually very close in that ratio as far as the range goes. But again, speak with your doctor first. Make sure you don't have any outlying conditions. All of us are individuals. We need to take personal responsibility for our health. So always speak with your doctor. Jesse says, should I be worried about weight gain with creatine while trying to compete? I wouldn't. No, I mean, right now, I'd probably cycle off a week or two before competition, but other than that, you should be fine. Mr. Russ, what's up? Good day. Can going 50 to 100 total grams of protein a day for someone 218 be possible to still get lean? That's going to be really hard. That's super. You're not feeding your muscle tissue at such a low level. So I would want to see it considerably higher than that. So you're 218 trying to get super lean. And you're saying 50 grams, maybe up to 100. I'd be more at like 150 to 200. What supplements are not banned that you think should be? Sean asks. Well, from a supplement perspective, it's a little harder to say, but let's take it one step further. Let's say medical procedures. Let's say stem cells. I can get on a plane right now. I can fly to Germany for $50,000 experimental stem cell treatment. Fly back feeling amazing, brand new, and compete no problem. Kobe Bryant, when Kobe blew out his Achilles, he went over to Germany. He was back in like what, 6 weeks? That's like an 8-month injury minimum. Alex Rodriguez, same thing. Was it his back or his knee or something like that? Look at the list of elite athletes who have the finances to go and get stem cell treatment and watch how fast they recover. They can compete in days to weeks that would literally take months or be career ending. Totally legal. But I can't drink an extra 400 milligrams of caffeine. That makes no sense. And there's a lot of a lot of these like SARMs and SERMs and peptides, a lot of these other type of compounds. They might be beneficial. They're beneficial. They're beneficial, but not nearly what stem cells do or PRP. None of these things, these highly sophisticated medical procedures that are elective, right? These elective medical procedures, they're completely allowed. It makes no sense. Like if I can get PRP or stem cell treatment, fuck man, I should be able to juice to the gills because stem cell, you see athletes literally tear parts of their body fucking off and they're back on the court, back on the field in a few days to weeks. How is that allowed? Now, the average person who doesn't have the financing, doesn't have the network, doesn't have the resources, you don't have access to that. Your ass is in a fucking cast sitting in bed getting fat for 8 months, right? But when you got that A-Rod money, you just go get a team of German doctors and they inject you with a bunch of shit and it's legal. That's the crazy thing, Sean. Coach Mike, desperately waiting for the DOLCE Whey Pro launch on the way, my friend. Ooh, we're waiting for that news. That was actually the news that I kind of mentioned earlier. So in the podcast, I forgot. I already thought it was out. We don't have the URLs built. We don't have the dedicated email address. I'm giving out the email address, but it's not ready yet. So I didn't want to. Shame on me. Shame on I get too excited sometimes. You guys know that though. I get too excited. Ray, what's up, Ray? Good to see you. Ariel says, is rice protein okay for the 2 shakes? I'm vegan. Thanks. I would go to hemp instead of the rice protein, Ariel, just because I think the hemp is considerably better. And it's super easy. Joshua. Hey, what's up, Josh McCullough? Hey, coach, have a fight lined up, but it's first time doing same-day weigh-ins. I'm not fighting at a low weight class. I normally do. How do I go about getting down? Well, how far over are you, my man? Like, I would want you to be within 5% fight week. Yeah, I don't want you to be 10% over. I'd like you to be about 5% over. I only want you pulling maybe 1-2% max of body weight. Green tea plus black tea. Uh-oh. I just lost. Coach Mike says green tea plus black tea plus pure water equals pure magic. Ooh, that sounds great. Does green tea lower testosterone? I've seen no credible studies to support that. Sonia says, is there anything I could use for a substitution of caffeine? My body can't handle it. In that case, no, you can actually get green tea pills, green tea powder. Make sure that there's no caffeine, though. I don't have personal firsthand experience, so I'm not comfortable recommending any options. But you can certainly look, and I believe you can find the EGCG supplements also. We typically go straight to the green tea, as we're always trying to get the most natural source to the best of our ability. But I do know that that is sold over the counter. Edgardo, thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. Coach Mike says, by the way, Coach managed to level up my average sleep time to 7 hours. Bam. Thanks for your input. Mike, so happy for you, brother. That is a game changer, my friend. Ooh, big time. Big step up. How different. I can't wait to hear over the next couple weeks how different life is. Frank Nash, what's up? Danny Espinoza. What are you selling, Dolce? I'm ready to get shredded. I'm not selling anything. That's the beauty of this. I'm not selling anything, my friends. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just educating you. I'm not trying to make $1 off of this. Yeah, we have products and services available, but if you need those products and services, they're there. Some people want that more personalized attention. That's awesome. We have that for you. But this whole video has been completely free. I broke down everything, a single thing you need to do, and none of it you can actually buy from me. Eventually, we'll have our Dolce Whey Pro on the market, but it's not there right now. I probably should have waited to put this video out until I was selling something, right? That's not how we work here. I just teach you. I'm an educator. That's my job as a coach. A coach is a teacher. That's all. So I want to teach you every single thing I know, give you the context to understand why I do what I do, how I think, what evidence has put me in the position to say the things I say, and then let you take it and run with it. Does it make sense? Go do some research, figure it out. I'm telling you why. But I appreciate that, Danny. Brad Hart says, hey, Mike, can I eat white potato and still be healthy? I do. Absolutely. I love it. Solwick says creatine _ magnesium. Solomon King. Connor in the first round KO. It could be. Mark says, Mark Hughes, what do you think about all of the crap Deontay Wilder has been talking about Tyson lately? I just think Deontay's just trying to get a fight. The more crap you talk, the bigger your purse is. That's the unfortunate nature of the fight game. I don't think Deontay believes it. Mr. Russ, what's up, Russ? Hey, coach, I'm in the last bit of the 12-week program and down about 34 pounds. Should I roll right into round 2 or give myself a 4-hour window and then start round 2 the next day? I would do that 4-hour window and I would plan it now. I would plan the 4-hour window now, but you're 34 down. Can you get to 40? You got the last little bit of the 12-week. You got another week or two, let's say. Can you get to 40 pounds down? Even just temporarily, can you do a little mini weight cut at the end, Mr. Russ? Can you pull off that last 6 pounds? Can you just go really, really, really hardcore, make it happen? I think you can. And maybe if you do that, then you have the earned meal. Well, now we got something to earn, right? That's how I structure an earned meal. That's why we don't say cheat meal. Earned meal. I'm like, all right, I did great. I'm killing it. I'm 36 pounds down. 40 sounds like a round fucking number. If I can lose that last 6 pounds, hardcore over the next 2 weeks or whatever the time frame is, then I'll have that 4-hour window. Enjoy, brother. I'm proud of you. Mr. Russ also says, had a physical yesterday and blood pressure and all health levels are on point. Abs are coming in nice. Hell yeah, Russ. That's what's up, my man. Living lean. How do I get the code? What's the promotion? Promotion code is burn fat. So go to thedolcediet.com, start the 4-week or 12-week personalized program. That's the exact one Mr. Russ is talking about right now. He's down 36 pounds in less than 12 weeks following the exact same program. Burn fat, all one word, no spaces, burn fat. You'll save 20% right now. If you want to get in the best shape of your life, go to thedolcediet.com and get started. Danny, and I'm always here, my man. I'm always here to help. Whey protein concentrate with oats? Nope. Only the isolate, never the concentrate. Danny Espinoza, it's burn fat, my man. Zach, I want to see Mike Perry versus Nick Diaz, Masvidal versus Kobe, and come out of retirement fight with Anderson versus Chael. Ooh, I like that. I don't even care if they fight. Just want the press conference. That's awesome. I agree with that. That press conference would be fire. Eric, weight cut contest with the wife leading up to Thanksgiving dinner, restarting 3 weeks to shred it and pumped. Well, I hope she's trying it too. I hope you're not just using 3 weeks to shred it and you're going to sandbag your wife, although I do kind of respect that. Get the wife on board too. Solomon, I want to see Colby versus Nate Diaz. That could be fun. All these are fun for sure, for sure. Nanny says whey protein concentrate. Nope, not concentrate. Never, ever, 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 ever concentrate. Never concentrate. Number one, concentrate is very slow digesting. Whey isolate is very rapidly digesting. Number two, concentrate contains 30 to 60% of the actual amino acids, where a isolate contains 90% or more of the actual amino acids. You're getting more amino acids per gram with the isolate, and the isolate is easier to digest or more easily digested and rapidly absorbed. I would never waste my money on a concentrate. So what do you think about peptides? I think peptides are very effective. I don't have a lot of experience with them yet, but I'm trying to learn more. I'm actually looking for an expert on peptides right now to get onto the podcast and to educate us and to teach us more. I'm starting to see more doctors now speaking on the benefits of peptides. So it's very interesting world out there. But I don't have enough information as I sit here right now to speak on it, broadly. So I want to get an expert on to really help us with that. California, thumbs up was the first thing I did because it's always fire, Dolce. Thank you, California. I appreciate that. Bang, bang. As a reminder, guys and gals, give this video a thumbs up so I know you are there and I know that you care about this content. And also that lets the YouTube overlords know that you're engaged with us. And that will prompt them to eventually start to share this content with more like-minded people, as you and I are in this community. So thank you. Chris says, Mike, I actually appreciate that you've kept politics out of your videos. We're grown-ass adults and should know the importance of voting. Thank you. I appreciate that, Chris. Exactly, man. Keep the health gems coming. By the way, drop 20 pounds on 3 weeks to shred it. Chris is down 20 pounds, my friends, on 3 weeks to shred it. Right? 3 weeks to shred it, lose 21 pounds in 21 days. Chris is down 20 pounds. What? Right? This stuff works. I love it. Chris, I'm so proud of you, my man. Great job. Fucking awesome. It makes my day to see that. 20 pounds on 3 weeks to shred it, right? Bang, done. Moving on. Next goals get smashed. Go to thedolcediet.com. Promo code burn fat, all one word, if you want to save 20% and get started. Also, Brian Henley, my man, the Don. How do I find my best performance weight? Also, when does the Dolce financial book come out? You know how you helped me, brother. Thank you so much, Brian. I'm super proud of you, man. So honored to just watch your journey and see all that you're accomplishing, man. So freaking phenomenal to see what you're doing. I know you're just getting started. That's what gets me so excited. I know you're just getting started. Now you have momentum and you're like, holy shit. This works. And then the momentum really kicks in. Brian Henley's been in the system for a while. I've watched him dramatically change his physique. Like fucking legit looks like an elite athlete, supermodel, scraped out the physique that probably everybody here wants to have. Brian Henley literally has that physique. He could be like a fucking men's physique competition type of physique. And that's no BS. Like, dude, he's got the great genes. He's in that shape, but he put the work in. And now he has begun employing many of our financial strategies and is just dramatically changing his life, dramatically changing his family tree. And it's just through diligence, hard work, and effort. Just kind of took some of the principles that we talk about over here. I say, hey, listen to what I say. This is the reasons I say it. This is what I think works best, and test it. Brian kind of took that information, tested it all in his own world, and is just fucking crushing it. So I'm so proud of you, my man. Keep going. And we are working on something, a book that does blend the fitness and the finance in there. That will probably be next year. We have the squats and steak that's scheduled to be coming out Black Friday, bang, bang. And then also our baby book will be coming out late winter, early spring. And we still have some more work to do on this, finance. It's more of like a lifestyle book, but we go pretty heavy on the financial side too, because it's all tied together. Godiah says, "Hey Mike, do you have a kosher certificate on the whey protein? We're working on that right now. Part of why the whey protein was so slow is because we're working for all of these certifications, and that's actually a great note that you're reminding me to circle back today with my team. And I will do whatever I can do. I will try my best to move heaven and earth to make sure that we do for sure, Godiah. Um, Oh, I would love it. I would love to have it in Israel. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I can't wait to get to Israel, by the way. I can't wait. I wanted to take the family there last year, of course, pandemic, crap. And I would love to. So G'day, let's see what happens. Hopefully, I'm fortunate to have some friends that actually live over there. Some of our coaches, actually, our certified coaches are in Israel right now, which is amazing. Ray, thank you, Ray. I don't want that job. I'm more than happy sitting here hanging out with you guys. This is awesome. PR, what's up, Dolce? What's up, PR? Danny Espinoza says, thanks for the info, Dolce. Danny, my friend, you got it. Thank you for the $5 super chat donation. It is so cool to see those little donations. Not so much for the money, but for the respect, for the little tip of the hat. I appreciate that, man. Danny, thank you. You're super cool. Ali Khan says, missed the supplements quick guide for fat loss: whey protein isolate, creatine monohydrate, caffeine, and EGCG. Bang. So, but go back and watch the beginning of the video so we can tie all that in. What else we got? LOL. I got 3 days, but I'm gonna push for Russell. I know you can do that, brother. All you do. Here we go. Quick, lose 6 pounds by the weekend. Here we go. I would personally dramatically increase water intake. I would start flooding my body with as much water as I can healthily get in, which is definitely more than I drank yesterday. I would cut out all of my nighttime carbohydrates right now. I would dramatically increase my salad. I wouldn't dramatically decrease all my food. I would dramatically increase salad and psyllium fiber to make sure that all the food I was eating was moving through me much more efficiently. So when you do step on the scale 3 days from now, you will have no impacted food matter. I would start to pare down my meat. Today would be my last meat day. I'd probably go to like white chicken tomorrow and then just really light fish the next day, fish and egg whites probably, which is very light and kind of falls through rather fast. Dramatically increase water intake, and I'd start getting in the bathtub over the next 3 nights. Get in the bathtub, relax in the bathtub, become very efficient at sweating. Like, you should lay in the bathtub. It should feel like you are on a beach at a spa. Like, you should feel like, oh, this is amazing. I never want to leave. That is how you quote cut weight. That's what I would do, Rusty. You'll probably lose that weight quick. I get up, I do some fasted runs with sweatsuit on, and it's total body inflammation. I take a cold shower before I go to bed, reduce total body inflammation. Easy, easy. Nanny says, do you eat dairy products like white cheese on the cutting program? Yeah. Yeah, I'll have a little bit of fresh mozzarella. I'll put some feta cheese or blue cheese on some of my salads every so often, maybe mixed into my omelets. Yeah. Little burrata, maybe burrata with fresh sliced tomato. Was doing that over the summertime, which was amazing. Lazar protein shake, casein before bed. Nope, I do the whey isolate with 2 tablespoons of almond butter. It does the exact same thing. So they drink casein because it has a slower absorption. Casein is an inefficient protein. The whey isolate, you throw the almond butter in there. It slows down digestion just the same. You're good. J3 with the $5 super chat donation. I appreciate that, J3. Thank you. Your free info is improving my life greatly. Best doctor visit in a long time. You're the man. Appreciate you. Thumbs up, notifications on. Bro, that's awesome, man. You definitely made my day there. I'm screenshotting that right there. That goes in my little testimonial file that really I just look at more than anything. It makes me feel good about the work that we're doing here. We share it with the teams, these testimonials, a lot of our team meetings, so they can see what impact we have, because it's hard to tell sometimes, right? When you're in your little bubble, you're doing what you do, and you don't really know if it's working, right? I mean, I see it, but to get this type of engagement, that like our free info here, This is what I pride myself on, and our team, and I really just hammer it home. And I get so mad at my peers or competitors or whatever you want to call them. J3 says your free info is improving my life greatly. Right? All this information that we're pumping out for free. All I mean, go watch part 1, part 2, part 3, and this part 4. Fuck, man, that's like $5,000 worth of training information if you actually follow it and break down the things that I said. It's probably how many hours worth of content? I don't know. This video's an hour. I mean, it's going to be probably 8 hours worth of all free content, which I have a pretty large day rate. If someone's going to hire me, it's pretty dang expensive to hire me for 8 hours for a full fucking day. Let me tell you that. Especially to be this specific. But anyway, so the fact that we can put so much great content out there makes me so happy. And then J3, to see you take it, apply it, and then change your life, just like Brian Henley earlier, and Russ doing it right now, and Jesse Lee, and so many others in here. T Mills says, what do you think about collagen protein? I like collagen protein. I actually take a little, almost every day. I run out, like I take it every day, then I run out and I always forget to buy it. So then I go for like a week or two without it. Adam says, what's up, Dolce from Oregon? What's up, Oregon? Good to see you. I used to live in Gresham, just outside of Portland. Catch you, subscribed, and like, bam, right on. Mangini says, down 6 pounds on 3 weeks to shredded so far. Thanks. The food is great and very easy to cook. Bang. I love it. Down 6 pounds already. The food is great and it's easy to cook. How awesome is that? I love it. Mangini, super proud of you. If anybody wants to try 3 weeks to shredded, go to thedolcediet.com. Promo code BURNFAT and save 20% right now. Why not? Mr. Russ, updates on the Dolce Diet hoodies. Yes, I'm waiting for Mr. Zach Sherman to come back with the final draft of how they look. It should be bomb. And we got a new t-shirt coming out too. I think everyone here is going to like. Brian Henley, Brian, my man, thank you for the $5 super chat donation. Very cool of you. Much, much appreciated. Very, honored. So thank you guys. Anytime anyone takes, just you guys taking the time out of your day to sit here and hang out is an honor. That's not lost on me. The fact that you take the time to sit here and hang out, we get to chat and do the thing. And I really do my best. I love when people make comments and I can see your names. I love when I see the thumbs up go up, because the thumbs up lets me know that you're engaged, right? It's just a visual representation that you're actually sitting there hanging out right now. It's cool that YouTube will hopefully promote it, right? That's what they say. I don't really see them doing much, but it's more for bam, a thumbs up. Cool. There's another person. There's another cool person. There's another cool person. That's really why I like the thumbs up. Sal Serio, Sal, my man, thank you for the also for the super chat donation. Again, that's super cool. Coffee on me tomorrow morning. Sal, that sounds like a plan, my man. Shoot me a DM, brother. That sounds awesome. Thank you for the coffee money here, if you will. I'm going to get 2 because they only charge me $2. Bam, and I'll tip the young lady behind the counter. My man, Sal, thank you, brother. Brian says, thank you so much, Mike. You're the best. Oh, how do I find optimum weight? Optimum weight, Brian, you're right. So optimum weight is challenging. Now, for a guy like you, you're probably close to that single digit. I haven't seen you a little bit, but you're probably anywhere between 10 and 8% body fat, just visually from what I've seen. So body fat percentage wise, I'd say you're already there. So you might be close to optimal weight. You're in that Goldilocks zone, Brian, where you can pretty much do anything. If you wanted to run a marathon, you would probably just need a few weeks of training. If you wanted to do a powerlifting or CrossFit competition, you only need a few weeks of training. If you want to keep playing soccer at a high level, yep, just a few weeks of training. Your training now will more specifically impact your performance, I think, than your body weight will, which is a great thing. I always focus on leanness. What's your body fat percentage? What's the muscle to fat ratio? You're already walking around in a very athletic physique, and that's awesome. So you're now 80, 90% within striking distance of almost any goal. So then I would, if I'm you, my man, I'd start saying all right, let me start planning some goals. 3 months from now, what do you want to do? And kind of have some fun with it. I've never ridden my bike 10 miles, 100 miles. I've never actually, and I'm not telling, don't do anything that could hurt you, right? Because I can't really run long distance anymore, often without my hips just getting beat to shit, right? So I will do some long runs, but I do a lot more cycling, a lot more elliptical, a lot more walking, a lot more low impact. So I'm saying don't hurt yourself because I'm saying this, but I'd pick some really fun, cool stuff and keep that planned in mind. And then that can help curate the type of physique that you actually have. Nanny says, what's your workout split and how many times per week do you train? Hello from Albania. Albania, Nanny in Albania. Hello. Go back and watch video 2. Actually, go watch part 1, part 2, part 3, and this one. Everything, Nanny. All your questions are answered and so much more. All your questions and so much more will be answered. So go back and take a look at that. I'm not passing the buck here. I'm just letting you know that all your answers will be there. Guys and gals, I have to jump out now. It's almost 6:00 here on the East Coast. I got to pack up, get home for dinner with the girls. I wish I could hang out with you even longer and keep on chatting. It's a little late one today. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Last time, bang, bang, bang. Give this video a thumbs up if you could. It helps me. It helps the channel also. And, I appreciate that. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. That lets you know when we do go live. Click that little bell for notifications. When I go live like this, you will get notified, and hopefully you can jump in and just take part and be a part of that kind of like first live crew I love, where I can answer everyone's question. I think that's it. So Dolce Diet, shop for the one-on-ones. Do that one-on-one if you want to have a one-on-one consultation with me. I'd love to have that, do that with you. I love it. I look forward to it, man. I look forward to it. And then also the dolcediet.com. We're running that 20% discount right now only. Burn fat, one word, burn fat, save 20% on the 4-week or 12-week plan. That's it, my friends. I appreciate you all. And until next time, boom.